Chapter 23 of the Complete Book of Cheese. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Ryan de Ramos. The Complete Book of Cheese by Robert Carlton Brown. Chapter 23. Tea. Tafel, table, tafelost. Denmark. A Danish brand name for an ordinary slicing cheese. Taffy, Argentina. Made in the rich province of Tucumán. Tevier le Petit Fromage de Périgord, France. A very small and tasty goat cheese. Taleggio, Lombardy, Italy. Soft, whole milk, Stracchino type. Taillon, France. Goat. Tamier, France. Port Salut, made by Trappist monks at Savoy from their method that is more or less a trade secret. Tome de Beaumont is an imitation produced not far away. Tanzenberger, Carinthia, Austria. Limburger type. Tofu or tofu. China, Japan, and the Orient. Soybean curd or cheese made from the milk of soybeans. The beans are ground and steeped, made into a paste that's boiled so the starch dissolves with the casein. After being strained off, the milk is coagulated with a solution of gypsum. This is then handled in the same way as animal milk in making ordinary cow milk cheeses. After being salted and pressed in molds, it is ready to be warmed up and added to soups and cooked dishes, as well as being eaten as is. Teleme, Romania. Similar to brinza and sometimes called branza de Bralia, made of sheep's milk and rapidly ripened, so it is ready to eat in 10 days. Terzolo, Italy. Term used to designate Parmesan-type cheese made in winter. Tête à tête, tête de Maure, Moor's head, France. Round in shape, French name for Dutch Edam. Tête de Mont, monk's head, France. A soft head weighing 10 to 20 pounds. Creamy, tasty, summer Swiss imitated in Jura, France, and also called Béarlais. Tête de Mont, see fromage gras for this death's head. The tempting cheese of Fyvie, Scotland. Something on the order of Eve's apple, according to the Scottish rhyme that exposes it. The first love token ye gave me was the tempting cheese of Fyvie. Oh, why be to the tempting cheese of Fyvie? Got me forsake my own good man, and follow a footman laddie. Texel, sheep's milk made of 3 or 4 pounds, made on the island of Texel, off the coast of the Netherlands. Thenay, Vendôme, France. Resembles Camembert and Vendôme. Thion, Switzerland. A fine Emmentaler. Three Counties, Ireland. An undistinguished cheddar named for the 3 counties that make most of the Irish cheese. Thuringia Caraway, Germany. a hand cheese spiked with caraway. Thyme, Syria, soft and mellow with the contrasting pungence of thyme. Two other herbal cheeses are flavored with thyme, both French. Fromage Fort II, Hazebrook II. Tibet, Tibet. The small, hard grating cheeses named after the country Tibet are of sheep's milk, in cubes about 2 inches on all sides, with holes to string them through the middle, 50 to 100 on each string. They suggest Chinese strings of cash and doubtless served as currency, in the same way as Chinese cheese money. See under money. Tignard, Savoy, France. Hard sheep or goat, blue-veined, sharp, tangy, from the Tignes Valley in Savoy, similar to Gex, Sassenage, and Septmoncel. Tijuana, Mexico. Hard, sharp, biting, named from the border racetrack town. Tillamook, see Chapter 4. Tilsit, or Tilsiter Käse, also called Ragnit, Germany. This classical variety of East Prussia is similar to American brick, made of whole milk with many small holes that give it an open texture, as in Port Salut, which it also resembles, although it is stronger and coarser. Old Tilsiter is something special in aromatic tang, and attempts to imitate it are made around the world. One of them, Ovar, is such a good copy it is called Hungarian Tilsit. There are American, Danish, and Canadian, even Swiss, imitations. The genuine Tilsit has been well described as forthright in flavor, a good snack cheese, but not suitable for elegant postprandial dallying. Tilziski, Yugoslavia, a Montenegrin imitation Tilsiter. Thon de Beaumont, France, whole cow's milk. Thon la, Auvergne, France, also called fourme, Cantal, or fromage de Cantal, a kind of cheddar that comes from Ambert, Aubrac, Aurillac, Grand Murol, Roche, Salers, etc. Thon de Cheviers, Savoy, France. Soft goat cheese. Thon de Savoie, France. Soft paste goat or cow. Others in the same category are Thom de Biagu, Thom au Fenouil, Thom d'Odon. Tommeliten Gruyère, Norway. Imitation of French Gruyère in 2.5-ounce packages. Topf or Topfkäse, Germany. A cooked cheese to which Pennsylvania pot is similar. Sour skim milk cheese, eaten fresh and sold in packages of 1 ounce. When cured, it is flaky. Toscano or Pecorino Toscano, Tuscany, Italy. Sheep's milk cheese like Romano, but softer and therefore used as a table cheese. Toscanello, Tuscany, Italy. A smaller edition of Toscano. Tuareg, Berber, Africa. Skim milk often curdled with kururu leaves. The soft curd is then dipped out onto mats like pancake batter and sun-dried for 10 days or placed by a fire for 6 with frequent turning. Very hard and dry and never salted. Made from Lake Chad to the Barbary States by Berber tribes. Tour Eiffel, Berry, France. Besides naming this berry cheese, Tour Eiffel serves as a picturesque label and trademark for a brand of camembert. Touloumisio, Greece, similar to Feta. Tournette, France, small goat cheese. Tourne de Chèvre, Dauphine, France, goat cheese. Trap, La, or Oka, Canada, truly fine Port Salut, named for the Trappist order and its Canadian monastery. Trappist, see Chapter 3. Trappist, Yugoslavia. Trappist Port Salut imitation. Trauben, grape, Switzerland. Swiss or Gruyère, aged in Swiss Neuchâtel wine, and so named for the grape. Travnik, Travniki, Albania, Russia, Yugoslavia. Soft sheep whole milk with a little goat, sometimes and occasionally skim milk. More than a century of success in Europe, Turkey, and adjacent lands, where it is also known as Arnauten, Arnautski Sir, and Vlasic. When fresh, it is almost white and has a mild, pleasing taste. It ripens to a stronger flavor in from 2 weeks to several months, and is not so good if holes should develop in it. The pure sheep milk type, when aged, is characteristically oily and sharp. Trás-os-Montes, Portugal. Soft sheep, oily, rich, sapid. For city tourophiles, nostalgically named from the mountains. All sheep cheese is oily, some of it a bit muttony, but none of it at all tallowy. Trecce, Italy. Small braided cheese, eaten fresh. Triple Aurore, France. Normandy cheese in season all the year around. True, France. Made and consumed in Touraine from May to January. Trouville, France. Soft, fresh, whole milk. Pont l'Evêque, type of superior quality. Troyes, Fromage de. See Barbary and Irvy. Truckles, England. Number 1, Wiltshire, England. Skimmed milk. Blue-veined variety like Blue Vinny. The quaint word is the same as used in truckle or trundle bed. On Shrove Monday, Wiltshire kids went from door to door singing for a handout. Pray dame something, an apple or a dumpling, or a piece of truckle cheese of your own making. Number 2, local name in the west of England for a full cream cheddar put up in loaves. Tshil, Armenia. Also known as leaf, telpanir, and zvirn. Skim milk of either sheep or cows, made into cakes and packed in skins in a land where wine is drunk from skin canteens, often with Tshil. Toul de Flandre, France. A type of Maroilles. Tullum Penny, Turkey. Salty from being soaked in brine. Tuna, prickly pear, Mexico. Not an animal milk cheese, but a vegetable one. made by boiling and straining the pulp of the cactus-like prickly pear fruit to cheese-like consistency. It is chocolate color and sharp, piquantly pleasant when hard and dry. It is sometimes enriched with nuts, spices, and/or flowers. It will keep for a very long time and has been a dessert or confection in Mexico for centuries. Tuscano, Italy. Semi-hard, cream color, a sort of Tuscany Parmesan. Tüdür, Serbia. Semi-soft, sheep, skim milk cheese with small holes and a sharp taste. Pressed in forms 2 by 10 to 12 inches in diameter. Similar to Brick or Limburger. Twin cheese, USA. Outstanding American cheddar marketed by Joannes Brothers. Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tvorog, Russia. Semi-hard, sour milk farm, not factory made. It is used in the cheese bread called notruschki. Tybo, Denmark. Made in Copenhagen from pasteurized skim milk. Tyrol Sour, German. A typical Tyrolean hand cheese. Tizgone, Dalmatia. The opposite number of Tzigen, just below. Ziegenkäse, Austria. Semi-soft, skimmed sheep, goat, or cow milk. White, sharp and salty, originated in Dalmatia. Urda, Romania. Creamy, sweet, mild. Uri, Switzerland. Hard, brittle, white, tangy. Made in the canton of Uri. 8 by 8 to 12 inches. Weight 20 to 40 pounds. Urseren, Switzerland. Mild flavored, cooked curd. Urt, Fromage de. Soft Port-Salut type of the Basque country. Vacherin, France and Switzerland. 1. Vacherin Allemagne, Savoy, France. Firm, leathery rind, soft interior like Brie or Camembert, round 5 to 6 by 12 inches in diameter. Made in summer to eat in winter. When fully ripe, it is almost a cold version of the great dish called fondue. Inside the hard rind container is a velvety, spicy, aromatic cream, more runny than Brie, so it can be eaten with a spoon, dunked in, or spread on bread. The local name is Thon de Montaigu. 2. Vacherin Fondue, or spiced fondue, Switzerland. Although called fondue from being melted, the number 1 Vacherin comes much closer to our conception of the dish fondue, which we spell with an E. Vacherin number 2 might be called a recooked and spice Emmentaler, for the original cheese is made and ripened about the same as the Swiss classic, and is afterward melted, spiced, and reformed into Vacherin. Val d'Andorre, Fromage doux. Andorra, France. Sheep milk. Val de Blois, Le. Nice, France. Hard dried small alpine goat cheese. Valençay or Fromage de Valençay. Touraine, France. Soft cream goat milk similar to Saint-Maur. In season from May to December. This was a favorite with Francis I. Valio, Finland. 1 ounce wedges, 6 to a box. labeled pasteurized processed Swiss cheese, made by the Cooperative Butter Export Association, Helsinki, Finland, to sell to North Americans to help them forget what real cheese is. Valsic, Albania, crumbly and sharp. Varalpenland, Germany, alpine, piquant, strong in flavor and smell. Varennes, Fromage de France, soft, fine, strong variety from Upper Burgundy. Västerbottenost, West Bothnia, slow maturing, 1 to 1.5 years in ripening to a pungent, almost bitter taste. Västgötaost, West Gothland, Sweden, semi-hard, sweet and nutty. Takes a half year to mature. Weight 20 to 30 pounds. Vendôme, Fromage de France, hard sheep, round and flat, like La Cendrée in being ripened under ashes. There is also a soft Vendôme, sold mostly in Paris. Veneto, Venezia, Italy, Parmesan type, similar to Asiago, usually sharp. Vic en Bigorre, France, winter cheese of Bayonne, in season October to May. Victoria, England, the brand name of a cream cheese made in Guilford. Ville-Saint-Jacques, France, Île-de-France, winter specialty in season from November to May. Villiers, France, soft 1-pound squares made in Haut-Marne. Viry-Vory or Very, France, fresh cream cheese. Viterbo, Italy, sheep milk usually curdled with wild artichoke, Cynara scolymus, strong grating and seasoning type of the Parmesan Romano Pecorino family. Vise, Greece, ewe's milk, suitable for grating. Voide, Meurthe, France, soft associate of Pont-l'Evêque and Limburger. Volvetkaas, Holland, the name means full cream cheese, and that, according to law, has 45% fat in the dry product. See Gras. Vorarlberg, sour milk, greasy, hard, greasy, semicircular form of different sizes with extra strong flavor and odor. The name indicates that it is made of sour milk. Vory, le, France, fresh cream variety like Neufchâtel and Petit Suisse. W. Warszawski Syr, Poland, semi-hard, fine, nutty flavored, named for the capital city of Poland. Warwickshire, England, Derbyshire type. Washed curd cheese, USA, similar to cheddar. The curd is washed to remove acidity and any abnormal flavors. Wedesselborg, Denmark, a mild full cream loaf of Danish blue that can be very good if fully ripened. Weissschmiere, Bavaria, Germany, similar to Weißlacher, a slow ripening variety that takes 4 months. Weißlacher, white lacquer. Bavaria, soft, piquant, semi-sharp, Algar type, put up in cylinders and rectangles, 4½ by 4 by 3½, weighing 2½ pounds. One of Germany's finest soft cheeses. Welsh cheeses. The words Welsh and cheese have become synonyms down the ages. Welsh cheeses can be attractive. The pale, mild Caerphilly was famous at one time, and nowadays has usually a factory flavor. A soft cream cheese can be obtained at some farms, and sometimes holds the same delicate melting sensuousness that is found in the poems of John Keats. The resurrection cheese of Llanfihangel, Abercorn, is no longer available, at least under that name. This cheese was so called because it was pressed by gravestones taken from an old church that had fallen into ruins. Often enough the cheeses would be inscribed with wording such as "Here lies Blodwen Evans, aged 72. From My Wales by Rhys Davies." Wensleydale, England. 1. England, Yorkshire. Hard, blue-veined, double cream, similar to Stilton. This production of the medieval town of Wensleydale in the Ure Valley is also called Yorkshire Stilton and is in season from June to September. It is put up in the same cylindrical form as Stilton, but smaller. The rind is corrugated from the way the wrapping is put on. 2. White, flat-shaped, eaten fresh, made mostly from January through the spring, skipping the season when the greater number 1 is made, throughout the summer, and beginning to be made again in the fall and winter. Werder, Elbinger, and Niederungsgase. West Prussia. Semi-soft, cow's milker, mildly acid, shaped like Gouda. West Frisian, Netherlands. Skim milk cheese eaten when only a week old. The honored antiquity of it is preserved in the anonymous English couplet: "Good bread, good butter, and good cheese is good English and good Frise." Westphalia sour milk, or Brioler, Germany. Sour milk hand cheese kneaded by hand. Butter and or egg yolk is mixed in with salt and either pepper or caraway seeds. Then the richly colored curd is shaped by hand into small balls or rolls of about 1 pound. It is dried for a couple of hours before being put down cellar to ripen. The peculiar flavor is due partly to the seasonings and partly to the curd being allowed to putrefy a little, like Limburger, before pressing. This sour milker is as celebrated as Westphalian raw ham. It is so soft and fat it makes a sumptuous spread, similar to Tilsit and Brinza. It was named Brioler from the Gut Brioler Inn, where it was perfected by the owner, Frau Westphal, well over a century ago. The English sometimes miscall it Bristol, from a Hobson-Jobson of the name Briol. Whale cheese, USA. In The Cheddar Box, Dean Collins tells of an ancient legend in which the whales came into Tillamook Bay to be milked, and he poses a possible origin of some waxy fossilized deposits along the shore as petrified whale milk cheese made by the aboriginal Indians after milking the whales. White, Fromage Blanc, France. Skim milk summer cheese made in many parts of the country and eaten fresh, with or without salt. White Cheddar, USA. Any cheddar that isn't colored with annatto is known as white cheddar. Green Bay brand is a fine example of it. White Gorgonzola. This type without the distinguishing blue veins is little known outside of Italy, where it is highly esteemed. See Gorgonzola. White Stilton, England. This white form of England's royal blue cheese lacks the aristocratic veins that are really as green as Ireland's flag. Whitethorn, Ireland. Firm, white, tangy, half-pound slabs, boxed. Saltee is the same, except that it is colored. Wilstermarschkäse, Holsteiner Marsch, Schleswig-Holstein, Germany. Semi-hard, full cream, rapidly cured. Tilsit type, very fine, made at Itzehoe. Wiltshire or Wilts, England. A Derbyshire type of sharp cheddar popular in Wiltshire. See North Wilts. Wisconsin factory cheeses, USA. Have the date of manufactured stamped on the rind, indicating by the age whether the flavor is mild, mellow, nippy, or sharp. American cheddar requires 8 months to a year to ripen properly, but most of it is sold green when far too young. Notable Wisconsiners are Loaf, Limburger, Redskin, and Swiss. Withania, India. Cow taboos affect the cheese-making in India, and in place of rennet from calves, a vegetable rennet is made from Withania berries. This names a cheese of agreeable flavor when ripened, but unfortunately it becomes acrid with age. Why? Yogurt or yogurts, USA. Made with Bacillus bulgaricus that develops the acidity of the milk. It is similar to the English Saint Ivel. York, York curd, and Cambridge York, England. A high-grade cream cheese similar to Slipcote, both of which are becoming almost extinct since World War II. Also, this type is too rich to keep any length of time and is sold on the straw mat on which it is cured for local consumption. Yorkshire Stilton, Cotherstone, England. This Stilton, made chiefly at Cotherstone, develops with age a fine internal fat, which makes it so extra juicy that it's a general favorite with English epicures who like their game well hung. York State, USA. Short for New York State, the most venerable of our cheddars. Young America, USA. A mild, young, yellow cheddar. Yo-Yo, USA. Copying pear and apple-shaped balls of Italian provolone hanging on strings, a New York cheesemonger put out a cheddar on a string, shaped like a yo-yo. Z. Ziegel, Austria. Whole milk or whole milk with cream added, aged only 2 months. Ziegenkäse, Germany. A general name in Germanic lands for cheeses made of goat's milk. Altenburger is a leader among Ziegenkäse. Ziger. 1. This whey product is not a true cheese, but a cheap form of food made in all countries of Central Europe and called albumin cheese, Requit, ricotta, broccio, brocotta, serac, seraci, etc. Some are flavored with cider and others with vinegar. There is also a whey bread. 2. Similar to Corsican broccio and made of sour sheep milk instead of whey, sometimes mixed with sugar into small cakes. Zips. See Brinza. Zomma. Turkey. Similar to Caciocavallo. Zwirn. See Tschil. End of chapter 21. Recording by Ryan de Ramos. DeRamosMedia.com